This is something that has been coming up a lot in my email inbox lately, and it's a topic that makes a lot of people uncomfortable, but it's something that a lot of you are dealing with, so I wanted to talk with you honestly and openly about the fact that women struggle with pornography and masturbation too. Now, I want to make a disclaimer that this is not something that I personally struggle with or have struggled with, but I have known many women and still know many women who are walking this journey with this addiction, with these struggles in their lives, and I've asked them to share their experiences with me, and I've listened for many hours to them about what they are going through and how they want to overcome this addiction in their lives. So I wanted you to know that that's where I'm coming from, but I wanted to make this video because of the volume of you who have requested a video like this and offer you hope and help in your struggle. The first thing I want to express is outrage over the fact that if you're a Christian or a Catholic, you've been to all different kinds of events where they have men's and women's sessions. And in the men's sessions, they always address this, but in the women's sessions, they've always been, you're a daughter of the king, you know, you're beautiful, you're loved, you're all these things. And so many women, so many of you have maybe sat through those sessions sitting in your seat like, but I'm dealing with these things in my life. And I don't feel like it's fair that people aren't giving me the tools necessary to deal with what I'm dealing with in my life, the addictions that I'm experiencing, the real grittiness of life. I'm frustrated for all the women who have come to me to say, I wish this was addressed for women. If you're one of the people out there who think that pornography is only a man's issue, A, I can tell you that that's completely false, and B, that's hurtful. When people say it's just a man's issue, it's hurtful for the women that are experiencing the struggle. It's hurtful for them because it makes them feel alone. It makes them feel like I must be the only woman experiencing this. And maybe you're out there listening and you feel like, I have felt that before. Audrey Assad is a beautiful woman who has shared about her addiction to pornography. And in one talk she gave, maybe she shares this in many talks that she gives, but she talked about how with men having an addiction to pornography, they feel like they're all in jail together, that they're all in a jail cell together. But when women experience this addiction, when they struggle and battle against pornography, they feel like they're in solitary confinement, completely alone in their own jail cell, locked away with no one to share in that struggle with them, feeling like they must be the only one. I want you to know that based on my email inbox, you are not the only one. And I wanted to give you encouragement and resources to help you in the struggle. The first thing that I want you to do if you're experiencing this struggle is find a woman, a friend that you trust, and confide in her that this is something that you're struggling with. When we bring things to the light, it's when they can breathe. It's when we feel like we can breathe. It's when we can get the help that we need for overcoming the struggles that we have in our lives. It is so important to find another woman that you can be accountable to find an accountability partner. Now you might ask, like, how do I know who that woman is? How do I know who that friend is in my life? You know the friends that you have who want what's best for you, who's not going to judge you, who supports you and loves you for who you are. You know who that person is. I have had people in my life who have felt like I was that person for them, and I was honored that they felt like they could confide that in me and trust in me enough to support them in that, to be that accountability partner for them. Share with someone who you can be accountable to in breaking this addiction, that person who loves you, who supports you, and who, if she knew that this is something you are struggling with, who would want to help you be free from this. The second thing I want you to do is remember something and know something, is that who you are is not a pornography addict. If you're a Christian, if you're a Catholic, you share with me the belief that you are a child of God. That you are not defined by your pornography addiction. You are not defined by this sin, by this shame, by this struggle that you're experiencing, by these chains that you feel are wrapped around you tightly on a constant basis. You are not a woman with a pornography addiction. You are a child of God. You are a woman. You are a strong, capable, courageous woman. Our addictions, our sins, our shame do not define us. They are not who we are. There's some great resources out there to help you in this battle, to help you overcome these addictions that you might be experiencing. The first one is a website called Leave leaveporn.com that's been helping thousands of people leave pornography for good and break that addiction for good. I will link all of these things below. Leaveporn.com has beautiful testimonies and resources and articles, all different kinds of things that will help you overcome this addiction in your life. Another great tool and resource is called the Victory app. It was designed by my friends Mark and Matt. You can look up the Victory app in the iTunes store or for Android. It is an app where you can connect with accountability partners via your phone. You can have daily check-ins to figure out what are your triggers, where are your weak spots that will cause you to fall. You can input all of these things into the Victory app and be looking and reflecting on how can I beat this in my life, where are my weak spots, and how can I overcome those weak spots. It also has an in-app journal where you can journal about where you feel like you're doing well, where you feel like you might not be doing well, where you can celebrate your victories and write about those things for only you to see. I'm also going to link a beautiful and inspiring talk by Audrey Assad below. She shares about her addiction and how she's overcome it. It is such a beautiful testimony. It's such a beautiful sharing of her heart, and I'm so glad that she had the bravery and the courage to share it so that other women like you out there who might be experiencing that can feel like I'm not alone. She shares beautifully from her heart, and if you are a woman who is experiencing this, I encourage you to listen to that talk. I read a great book recently called The Porn Myth. It is by my friend Matt Fradd. It is an incredible book. From the inside cover, it says it's a non-religious response to the commonly held belief that pornography is a harmless or even beneficial pastime. I learned so much from this book about the pornography industry, about the addictions and how it rewires our brains. This book has great resources for people who are addicted to pornography themselves or who know someone who are in a relationship with someone who may be addicted to pornography. I get a lot of you who have boyfriends or fiancés, significant others who are addicted to pornography, and you have a lot of questions. All proceeds from this book go to help victims of human trafficking, and I think that is an awesome thing. Daniel and I both read it and we learned so much. So check it out. I will link this below as well. I want you to know that there is hope for you in overcoming this addiction, that you, again, are not alone. You are not the only one in there, that you do not have to be bound by the chains of pornography addiction forever. This doesn't have to be the rest of your life. You can be free, and I hope that all the resources that I link below will be able to help you be freed from this. I hope that this video has been helpful for you. It is so important that we bring things to the light, that we talk about things that a lot of people are uncomfortable with. This is the stuff of real life. This is the stuff that is happening in both men's and women's lives. And if we can bring it to the light, if we can share about it, if we can talk about it, we can overcome it. That's all for today. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.